Miss Jackson here. I have a very special guest to share with you today. Are you ready? Let's see if I can find her. Special guest! Special guest! Special guest! Well, there's my special guest. Do you know who she is? She's very pretty, isn't she? She's Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Hello, Alice. Thank you so much for being with us today. Okay, so we are going to be reading Alice in Wonderland. It's a Walt Disney book. This is a very simplified book. It's shortened, okay? But the movie is so much fun, and you definitely should watch it if you haven't already. It starts out with Alice sitting on the bank of the river, and her sister is reading her a boring book. Alice was growing tired listening to her sister read.
Cats and rabbits would reside in fancy little houses and be dressed in shoes and hats and trousers in a world of my own.
So she starts making up ideas of a world of her own. Just as her eyes began to close, she saw a white rabbit hurry by.
Oh, Dinah, it's just a rabbit with a waistcoat and a watch.
Wow, that's interesting. The white rabbit was looking at his pocket watch and talking to himself. Alice thought that was very curious indeed. A talking rabbit with a pocket watch. So she followed him into a rabbit hole beneath a big tree.
You know, Dinah, we really shouldn't be doing this. After all, we haven't been invited, and curiosity often leads to trouble.
And down she fell, down to the center of the world, it seemed. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to pretend to be a doorknob for this next page. When Alice landed with a thump, the white rabbit was just disappearing through a door, which was much too small for her.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, you did give me quite a turn. Rather good joke. Doorknob, turn. I don't remember the rest.
One good turn deserves another.
Well, one good turn deserves another. What can I do for you, dear? And so, Alice drank from a bottle on the table and shrank down to a very tiny size so she could fit into the door. But now she could not reach the key to the little door. So didn't she have to... I don't know how she got out of that trouble, and it doesn't even tell you. You're just going to have to watch the movie. At last, Alice found a way to get through the little door. Seated on a bottle, she floated into Wonderland on a mysterious sea. On the shore of the Wonderland Sea, Alice joined a race. It had no beginning and no end. You just ran around and around, and they sang this song.
Oh, forwards, backwards, inwards, outwards, come and join the chase. Nothing could be drier than a jolly caucus race. Backwards, forwards, outwards, inwards, bottom to the top. Never a beginning, there can never be a stop. To skipping, hopping, tripping, fancy free and gay. We started tomorrow and we'll end it yesterday.
Yep, that was the song. What happens next? On through Wonderland, Alice went in search of the white rabbit. She met two jolly fellows, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and we'll pretend to be those.
How do you do and shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. How do you do and shake hands, state your name and business.
That's manners. Oh gosh. They did not know the rabbit, but they told Alice a wonderful story about a walrus and a carpenter who walked beside the sea. Aren't those fun pictures? The movie's even more fun. Alice listened politely, then she hurried on, and finally, at a neat little house in the woods, she met the white rabbit himself. The rabbit sent Alice into his little house to hunt for his gloves.
Goodness, I suppose I'll be taking orders from Dinah next.
But instead, she found some cookies labeled, "Take one," so she did. The cookie made Alice grow as big as the house. The white rabbit and his friend Dodo thought she was a dreadful monster. Alice picked a carrot from the rabbit's garden. Eating it made her small again. Aren't those neat pictures? Look how big she gets. So small that she was soon lost in a forest of grass. Oh my goodness, and some flowers. Soon Alice found herself in a garden of live, talking flowers. There were bread and butterflies and rocking horseflies, too. Alice thought the garden was a pleasant place, but the flowers thought Alice was just a weed, so they would not let her stay. Let's see what they had to say. What kind of garden do you come from?
Well, I don't come from any garden.
Oh, do you suppose you're a wildflower?
No, I'm not a wildflower.
Just what species, or shall we say genus, are you, my dear?
Well, I'm genus, unanimous, Alice.
Ever seen an Alice with blossoms like that? Come to think of it, did you ever see an Alice? And did you notice her petals? What a peculiar color. And no fragrance. Huh, just look at those stems. Rather scrawny, I'd say. I'm not a flower.
But I'm not a flower.
Just as I suspected. You're nothing but a common, mobile vulgaris.
A what?
To put it bluntly, a weed.
But I'm not a weed.
They were mean to her. Weren't they mean to her? Oh, my goodness. Well, she went on. Next, Alice met a haughty caterpillar. He told her to eat the mushrooms that he was sitting on if she wished to change her size. But first of all, he was kind of snotty to her. Let's see what he said. Recite.
Oh, how doth the little busy bee...
Stop! That is not spoken correctically. It goes, how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin and neatly spread his claws and welcome little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Yeah, that wasn't a very nice little poem. And he also sings A-E-I.
O-A-O-U.
Yeah, that. It's definitely worth watching. Alice sampled one side of the mushroom and shot up taller than the treetops. Frightened the birds. But another bite made her just the right size. There's a lot of going back and forth in sizes. Who is this? Oh my goodness. Now, oh, you have a line.
Now which way shall I go?
The signposts she found along the path were no help. They pointed her in every direction. If I were looking for the White Rabbit, I'd ask the Mad Hatter, said the grinning Cheshire Cat up in a tree. He lives down there. Alice found the Mad Hatter and the March Hare celebrating their unbirthdays at a tea party. She joined them for a while. Tell you what, I'll be the Mad Hatter and you be the March Hare. A very merry unbirthday.
A very merry unbirthday.
A very merry unbirthday to us. Oh, I said that wrong, didn't I?
A very merry unbirthday to me.
To who?
To me.
To you.
A very merry unbirthday to you.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, me.
Let's all congratulate us with another cup of tea.
A very merry unbirthday to you. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you. After the nonsensical tea party, Alice wanted to go home, but none of the strange creatures she met seemed to know the way. Alice wandered into the Queen's garden, but the gardeners could not help her. They were all busy as could be, painting the roses red.
We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red. We dare not stop or waste a drop, so let the paint be spread. We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red.
Then along came the royal procession, and who would be the royal trumpeter for the Queen of Hearts? But the White Rabbit himself. The Queen asked Alice to play croquet, but Alice did not like the looks of the game, so the Queen said, "Off with the heads!" Away Alice ran while the army of cards chased her down all the tangled paths of Wonderland and back to the riverbank. I'm glad to be back. Oh, that's your line.
I'm glad to be back where things are really what they seem,
said Alice as she woke up from her strange Wonderland dream. And there are the pictures. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed my special guest. Thank you for being with us, Alice. I'll see what other guests I can round up from my house and yard. I love you. I miss you. We give hugs and kisses. So get ready. Hugs and kisses.